Hey everybody, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and it has been a minute. And thank you for those of you who reached out and were checking on me. I injured my back last week, so I was out of commission for a good 4 or 5 days, and that's why you didn't get a Tuesday tutorial last week. So thank you for those of you who checked in on me. I am on the mend. I am much better and back today with a follow-up of the Tuesday tutorial we did with our hand-painted wood beads. I wanted to show you a couple of finished pieces that I did with those, and then also we're going to do a new tutorial today, also with the wood beads, but with a different technique. So without further ado, I'm going to start with this necklace. And this necklace, I did the, the beads are from the Jesse James Beads Oasis, Desert Oasis project. And it had wood beads that were unfinished. And these are the ones we did with the copper dry brush technique. And as you can see, they're really glossy. And I think they turned out nice. I love the patina on these. And look at the wood bead and the next to the crystal. I just love it. Those turned out really spectacular. And even though they weren't the focal, I did take this wood bead that came with the kit, and I did use that same copper and a dry brush over that, so they would all have kind of have a consistent look. And then I did a little wire, garnishment there. And yeah, so I haven't done the Oasis Desert finished jewelry update yet. I wanted to get this project done with the beads. That's one reason why I delayed. But I think it turned out really nice. And so this is just an example of what your wood beads could look like with some of your fancier beads or a kit that you get. You can always add to it and embellish it. And I just really love the patina on these. I think it turned out really, really nice. So that is example number 1, finished jewelry from our design and focal tutorial, hand-painted beads. And then the other one I did, if you recall, was this. This is my design ambassador kit, one of the parts of it, called Gunmetal Rose. And we made this focal bead, and I made the companion beads on the tutorial. And I love the way this turned out as well. I like that it looks hand-painted against all this bling, and I did make it more boho with a suede tie. And I think that the rhinestones really pick up, they kind of tie in the bling, if you will. And so these were the little oblong beads that we painted. And there's the back. And then this guy with the rose, remember those beads were flat, so we could glue that on there. So that was a lot of fun. So those are the finished jewelry that I wanted to show you from our project. And I think it turned out really, really great. I hope that you tried it. I know the stamp didn't work too well, but I'm not giving up on that entirely. I'm just going to find better stamps, I think. Maybe a better quality stamp, or maybe a different surface to stamp on. But anyway, those are the finished pieces from our tutorial. And today our tutorial is we're going to continue with some of the wood beads. I've got some here that some are painted with the spray paint. This is just a white spray paint for those of you that didn't see my video. I will link the other video if I can figure out how to do that to this one. But and then there's some interesting shapes here I thought we could play with. Look at that one. And these are very flat, but they're neat shaped. I thought they might make neat earrings, like a little tassel hanging maybe. And another little focal bead here. So some of these are finished off with the white, and some of them aren't. And what we're going to do today, we're going to decoupage. And I don't know if you've ever decoupaged before, but I decided we need to bring back decoupage. So this is a bead that I started so you can get an idea. And it's not finished yet, but I just wanted you to see a partially complete dry one, because what we're going to be working on today is everything is going to be messy and wet, so it'll be kind of a minute before you can see finished jewelry on it. I should have some for you next week, but today I'll just do the one side. So I recommend when you do these, you do one side and then let it dry, which this stuff, this Mod Podge stuff, this is what we're going to use. You can get it in gloss or you can get it in matte. I thought it'd be pretty shiny, so I got the gloss, but that's up to you. That's a design preference. And you're going to need water, and use paintbrushes that you don't really care about, because this stuff gets kind of sticky. I wouldn't use my fine brushes if you have any. Don't use really cheap ones either, because the bristles tend to come out and it'll get all over your piece. They're just like a nice little set, maybe from Michael's if you don't have some already. And then the thing that we're going to use, drum roll please, is napkins. Who doesn't have napkins? So believe it or not, you can order napkins online on Etsy for decoupage. So here's some I picked up. You may have some at home that you like, but I thought this one was really graphic and neat. And this one's cool too. And I love the sea life looking one with the, looks like coral. So those are just some examples. Those are not the ones I'm going to be using today. I'm going to show you the ones I'm going to use. I've already got them. Here's one that we're going to use today. And one of the things I would say when you're prepping your napkin is when you open it up, you're going to tear it, and then like once you tear it, I'll show you, there's a little this white part is actually a liner. Let me see if you can see that. See how that pulls? You want to pull that off. This is prepping your napkin, okay? Pull that off. You can always use this to blot things or wipe your brushes with, so you can still use it. But you want this piece right here. And then the other thing, it's kind of like if you've ever done paper mache, you don't want any cut edges. So you want to tear so that you have uneven edges like that, because it tends to be smoother. You can pick out little spots, like I love that flower. But keep in mind your beads are pretty small unless you're doing a big focal. But that's okay, you can wrap this around that. And that looked kind of neat. So we're going to use that pattern. And I already have some that I've prepped, as they say. So this one, I just love the blue and the orange. So we'll try some with this. And then because we're heading into fall, I fell in love with this. I love the colors. And I'm just thinking harvest and, you know, the beautiful wood, you know, the leaves and the little nuts, and it just looked like fall to me. And look at this cute little flower. So I thought that would be pretty on a bead. And then here's like a cross section of like a walnut. Isn't that cool? So be on the lookout for some cool napkins. And then this fall piece I thought was pretty. It has a pretty bird on it. I don't know if you can see that. So I thought maybe we'd try to do a focal piece with that, and then leaves. And this is more subtle, of course. But you can find napkins anywhere. And I suggest looking around. You may have some that you hung on to because you liked them so much. If you're like me, you find something you like with the colors, you don't want to get rid of it. And the other cool thing I thought about is if you ever want to do like a memento for somebody, say you have a friend that has a baby shower or a wedding shower, you know, there's napkins always. If you abscond with a few of those paper napkins, you can make whoever it is a special piece of jewelry to commemorate that event, or maybe somebody's birthday, you know, one of the big you know, 4-0, 5-0, you know, those birthdays, there's always a celebration for that. And where there's a celebration, there's napkins. So that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. So anyway, I just poured some of that Mod Podge out into a little bowl because that's a really big, wieldy container. And I thought I would start with this guy because I really like that. And I was going to see how I could lay the bird on here. I may have to, yeah, I have to make it smaller. So my suggestion is to go slow and be a little conservative at first. But do take your time because you're going to do layers, and that's okay. That's the point. So anyway, I think I like him on this one. This is kind of longer. All right, so if you've never decoupaged before, it's very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. And you're going to take, let me move my brushes over here. You're going to take your brush and get some of your Mod Podge. And you're going to paint some of that on your bead. Okay. And you're going to get messy. Don't be worrying about your manicure. Mine's in terrible shape. That's what happens. Okay, and then you're going to lay your piece on. Just like that. You may have to pick it up and just gently, you know, without that white lining, it's very delicate, so just be gentle with it. I like that. Isn't that cute? And then you're gonna Mod Podge over it like this. It's okay if you overlap. These beads are nice because they have like a little beveled edge. Very kind for this type of treatment. And you will have to do it, you know, in stages. And that's okay. You want it to look nice. And then also, if you know, see how that little hole's in there? You can take like a head pin or something and just go in here and keep your hole clean. Now, if you don't want to use this hole down here, you could just leave it covered. But I think I'm gonna maybe hang something from that eventually. All right. So that's bead number 1. And we're gonna let that dry before we do any other sides. And maybe, let's see, let's do this guy. So I really love this pattern. It so screams fall to me. And let me see, oh, here it is. This was really pretty, I thought, this design. It is wider than the bead, but I think it'll work. You can kind of hold it like that. I may trim it a little here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to trim it a little. But keep these little pieces because, you know, you might have a little spot you want to fill in later. This is just fun. I don't know if you ever did this in school, but I think I remember doing a little box or something. And it's not a hard technique. And afterwards, you can embellish further. Like you can add, you could paint if you wanted to, you know, something to stand out more. And you could add the rhinestones like we did, or like I did on that one finished piece. You could do a dry brush technique. All right, let's slap this guy on here. And we'll gently. I was very excited about this tutorial, and I was so upset that I was injured because I just think this is fun. And the possibilities are endless. And, you know, it's a fun craft for, you know, if you have kids or grandkids that are grade school age and they need a project. It'd be fun to sit around and do that. It doesn't just have to be beads, too. You can decoupage anything. I mean, Michael's and all those places have all those unfinished wood pieces. You can make a box, etc. All right. Oops, hit the camera. I was trying not to do that. But anyway, yeah, so I have a lot of finished jewelry I'm gonna have to be showing y'all. I'm trying to play catch up now since I've been out. And then also, it's been crazy at work because some of my poor coworkers got hit by that hurricane. I've got a lot of coworkers in Louisiana, and they either had to leave their homes, or, you know, because of the storm surge, or because they didn't have any power. And then my supervisor, bless his heart, has been really ill, so I've been keeping him in my prayers. So we've just had a time at work. And then I go water the plants and injure my back. That's exactly, I lifted the water can and I got a muscle spasm and I was down for the count. Just crazy. Sometimes though, you just gotta stop and take care of yourself. Okay, now I really liked this flower as well, so I thought it'd be cute on one of these oblong beads as kind of a companion to that. So that's what I'm doing right now. And do pay attention to where the holes are. Like I said, you can just take a head pin and keep that space clear. Looks like a little button, doesn't it? Or a pillow? Cute. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. Think about Halloween. You could get some Halloween napkins. Make yourself a Halloween necklace. Christmas. Valentine's. St. Patty's Day. Do I need to go on? And I'm going to get my head pin and make sure that this hole is clear. Yay! All right. I think I want to do one more of these, so I have a set. Let me check this one. I think I need to do a little surgery. I hope y'all have been fine. You know what made me realize, being injured, I was panicking. I was thinking everyone's going to be looking for these tutorials, and they're not going to be there. But a few of you did reach out to me. You found me on Facebook, and that was great. And thank you so much for reaching out. That was really sweet. And I appreciate that so much. But I didn't have a way to send out like a public service announcement. Maybe YouTube should allow us to do that for our subscribers. I don't know. Is there a way to do that? Does somebody know? Maybe there is, and I don't know it. All right. I really do love the colors in this napkin. That's the other thing about these. They give you such good color ideas. Like if you're stuck for inspiration on a color combination and you pick up a few of these, you know these colors are not going to look nice because they look nice on the napkin. So you can just take the napkin's lead and pull colors out that you have. You know, in this case, teals and maybe orange and some navy. Beads would be cute. Yeah, that's cute. Oh, I like that. All right. Let's see what else. So I liked these crazy guys. They're funny shaped. I thought they might make cute earrings. They're very light, so they're not going to hurt anyone's ears. but the shape is really cool. So I think I will do butterfly, maybe butterfly wings on those. What do you think? I love the orange and the blue. That's really cool. Let's see how we can do that. So, you know, you're not, in a lot of cases, you're not gonna be able to get the whole image in. But what's nice about it is you can lay this out and just kind of eyeball it. And maybe, let's see, maybe I'll just do the wing part. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. I think I'll do that. Yeah, so easy technique. And I'm not sure why, I don't know if it's out of I don't want to say it's out of fashion. You just don't hear about decoupage anymore. But I say that when I went on Etsy, and trust me, if you go on Etsy and you put in napkins for decoupage, tons of stuff comes up. And on Amazon. So, you know, if you're in a store and you don't see anything you like, because these I ordered, I think on Etsy, and because I just fell in love with the patterns. But you don't have to do that. I mean, if you already have some, go for it. You know, garage sales, maybe someone's trying to get rid of some stuff that they're not using anymore. That might be another place to see how wrinkly that gets really quick. It's very fragile. So just keep that in mind. It tends to want to stick to your fingers too. So that's why I'm trying to be really careful. Sometimes the curves can get a little dicey. Oh. What happened? Wow, that stuff's drying already. All right, so that's why I say do one side, let it dry, and then do the other side. This is very fun. I hope that you'll try this. Let me grab my head pin. Because we have holes we don't want to lose. Oh, and I have even more ideas with these wood beads, guys. So stay tuned. But, you know, you could combine techniques too. Like you could do some decoupage beads, some painted beads, and the other techniques I'm going to show you later on in the month. Yeah, I like that. So let's see if we can match that, sort of. They don't need to be perfect, but I think I want to have similar design. And that's nice too. You can make a coordinating set. You could do smaller beads and do bracelets. And don't worry too if this piece doesn't cover. The point to decoupage, of course, is the layering. So it's not going to be, you know, perfect. And that's, you want it to look like it was added on. I think that's part of the charm of the technique. Yeah, color combination. I'm enjoying this color combination. As I've said before, this is a compliment on the color wheel, so of course it's got nice energy to it. Be very cool visual interest. I'm envisioning maybe some orange tassels, possibly, or some orange beads that dangle. We'll have to see. Have to see what I got in my stash. once I'm done. All right, let's make sure we got holes where we need them. I just go in there and give it a little zhuzh action. There we go. All right. So, what do you think, guys? Is this fun? I think it's fun. I want to do more, but I'm not going to make you suffer through all of them. I'll work on them off camera. But here's our birdie. He looks really cute. Definite fall muted colors. You see some copper or some bronze with that. That would be nice. And then, of course, this gorgeous color combination. These are tacky right now. They really do need to cure overnight. So it is not a fast project. It's not hard though. You just do a mess of them. You know, the front of the mess of them, and then the back. And if you have to do any patching, and then your beads are good to go. You can put an extra layer of this glossy Mod Podge to make it shinier. You could use some spray paint that's shellac if you want it shiny. If you don't want it shiny, you don't have to make it shiny. This is really cute. Can't wait to show you finished jewelry with these. So guys, this is the project, the Tuesday tutorial. Make your own focals using decoupage and napkins, of all things. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate, again, all of you that reached out checking on me. And I'm fine, on the mend. I have lots and lots of unboxings and unfinished finished jewelry updates to show you. So you're probably going to see a plethora of videos here coming your way. I do have the bead box for, what was it, Wildflower Garden. That's finished. And a bunch of other things. So stay tuned for that. And then also finished jewelry for our handmade decoupage focals. Once again, thanks for joining me. If you're subscribed, make sure you hit the bell so that you know when I come up with the next video. And those of you who have not subscribed, I would love to have you. The more the merrier. I'm having a blast making these videos and sharing techniques and inspiration with everybody. And I love what I'm doing, so it's no big mess for me to share it. I just really enjoy it. So stick around, subscribe and like, and thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and your families, and I will see you on the next video.